Slips and trips leading to falls on the same surface are the leading cause of injury at our agency. The serious consequences of these injuries should not be underestimated and in fact can be life-altering events. Today, Kim Nelson, a provider services auditor with workers' compensation, has graciously agreed to speak to us about her injury which occurred outside of work. Kim, please take us back to the day of the occurrence of the unfortunate slip and fall injury.
It was a Sunday in January of 2005, and my husband and I had decided to go to Fort Collins to do some shopping. It had been snowing for the past few days and was pretty nice on that day, so we decided to go out. We parked our car, went in and did our shopping, and on the way back is when the slip happened. We were walking in the walkway, which was on the north side of a building. You could see black ice and a black slimy substance that my husband told me was just like from car exhaust and ice melt. I took my eyes off from where I was walking for just a split second, and that's when it happened. Next thing I remember is looking up and seeing my husband. I fell, and I don't remember the fall, but I was seriously injured.
What else do you remember about the event, Kim?
My husband had told me to keep watching my feet while I was walking so I wouldn't slip, but I was listening to him, but it was just a split second, and there was a flash alongside of me.
So initially you thought you were going to be okay, but then the pain didn't dissipate and you sought medical treatment?
Yes. I happened to have a chiropractor appointment the day after the fall. I mentioned to him what had happened, and he took x-rays of my back and my neck, and they did not show any damage. I stayed in chiropractic treatment 3 times a week for 2 months with no relief.
So now you realize this was going to be pretty serious. What were the next steps?
I referred myself to a great neurosurgeon here in Cheyenne, and he did an MRI of my lower back because that's where most of my pain was, and it showed that I had a ruptured disc in my lower back.
Was there a headache associated with the fall and the pain?
A few weeks after there was. I didn't really associate it with the fall though right away. It was after my back surgery in September of 2008 that I started getting the severe headaches that were lasting for weeks and months. After about 1.5 years of headaches, I went and had an MRI done of my neck and found out that I had 5 ruptured discs in my neck. I went to a neurologist, and she was one that found the results. I then had a surgery on my neck, and the headaches were okay for a little while after that.
I can't imagine enduring a headache for 6 months at a time. Please continue.
The surgery on my neck helped. The headaches disappeared for probably about 1 year after. I was good, and then I ended up getting the headaches back. I found out that I had broken part of the fusion in my neck, and that it was actually the hardware that was in my neck from the first surgery was rubbing on my spinal cord and nerves.
So it must have been emotionally devastating to think that you were healing and getting better, and then to endure even more setbacks.
It was very devastating. We thought, after the first neck surgery that was going to be it, but I ended up having to have a second neck surgery, more extensive, more physical therapy, more equipment. I was issued what they call a bone growth stimulator because the doctor wanted to make sure that the fuse was solid.
So at this point you were thinking you were finally out of the woods?
I was. I felt really good for probably another 1.5 years or 2 years after that, but just recently the headaches have returned. The pain in my lower back has returned, and I found out last month that I'm going to need additional surgery on both my neck and my back.
Kim, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Just an average outing to go do some shopping, and all of this happened. Obviously, you must look back with some regret and wish that you could have somehow changed the circumstances.
Of course I do. I'm the one that really wanted to go down, and my husband didn't want to. So I kind of feel like, in a way, it was my own fault.
So you obviously have the support of your family and friends.
I do, about 150%. They've been just wonderful through these 7 years that I've been going through this.
So the message that you'd like other people to hear from this experience?
If you find that the conditions are icy or hazardous, just be careful in what you're doing. Look at your feet when you're walking to make sure you're not going to step on, any ice intentionally, and just be careful.
So if you could help just one person, all of this video would be worthwhile to you.
Yes, it would. I don't want anybody to have to go through what I've been going through and what I will have to go through for the rest of my life.
Well, Kim, thank you so much. You certainly have the support of all of the colleagues at DWS, and our sincerest thanks for helping us convey your story. I'm certain it'll make a difference for more than just one person, and probably many others. Our sincerest hopes for your complete recovery.
Thank you for your support, and I hope this does help at least one person. If not, my ultimate would be 100 people would be fantastic.
The DWS Health and Safety Committee cares about your well-being. Please watch your step.